I'm making this video to entertain myself. I'm going to be throwing opinions. Spending money is not a big deal. Just spend them. You spend them here or elsewhere. Being doped by the game and thinking like, oh, I'm having a dopamine release for this. Am I having dopamine? And you're like, oh, it's so great, this dopamine release. And you don't think about money, doesn't matter. And you have it. Why not? You can use a complex decision making. You take every single should and shouldn't. And you purchase it. But here, let's think about it from point of experience. Like, I want to have experience. Experience is something that, what's your mood? I have a mood to play a destroyers because I don't like to be spotted all the time. Or I'm in mood to play battleship because I want to see the explosions of Citadel and how the bar is disappearing. Boom, bang. Okay? Experience. It's not about being pretty because you can find pretty anything. Ugly things can be pretty, less ugly things can be pretty, a little bit pretty things can be pretty, amazingly pretty things can be pretty. It's about seeing the beauty of everything. Like this game and this user interface is pretty. It's nice, colorful. I like how it do the boom boom sound. It's not a pretty. How it zooms out, how it's big. It doesn't demand effort to focus your eyes like the computer does. So let's see. Experience. I will I will do the commenters. This is fun. You can see that New Jersey is accuracy commenter because it is flammable. And that's it. Range 4%. Out if you if we have a 17-kilometer range, 10% is 1.7. So you'll have 18.4. 4%. So you are adding the range to it, and now you're playing a game. Imagine you are in a bottle, and you are at 17-kilometer range, and they are coming at you, or you are sailing towards them, and it's 16, 15.5, 15. Now, if you had a battleship that had 15-kilometer range, you sail forward or you just wait for them sailing towards you, you are at 15 too. So what is the advantage? What is the experience of having 18, 19? Well, you get to sail away, go to the corner of the map to keep the distance so they cannot reach you, and you can shoot them. So that's what range means. It's about keeping the distance, and usually behavior is move backwards, turn away, move to the edge of the map, to the corners. This is what makes it accuracy. There's also a dispersion thingy on a commander. This one will be having the dispersion. That's accuracy build. Everything else, gun traverse speed, is kind of same. This is kind of same everywhere. This is same, this is same, this is same. So you have a Sims. You know, where is it? Same, 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 same. If you wanna have more HP, which is 400 times 7, 2800 HP plus, on top of 67,000, how many, if you get hit by a battleship and it hits you by 6,000, this advantage of 2,800 is just is removed right away. So like, okay. And then you have everything else is everybody else, but this is for free. But you don't want it for free. You want a commander, you want to feel new experience. You want to feel that you can do a little bit more, or that this Sims doesn't do. Let's see. What is the additional experience that you can get out of this? Azure Lane, Commanders. New Jersey. Just notice, if you want to have accuracy, which is the main point about Battleship, is that you hit those shells. You can hit all those shells, but the point is, dispersion is that the shells will narrow. And when do you need shells to narrow? When somebody is a bow to you, which is cruisers, battleships, everybody's bow. If you have a dispersion, what happens is that sometimes the shells that are on the edge of the eclipse, sometimes one of them will hit more. So dispersion is pretty useless for a range and for a battleship when you're bow tanking. When there is a float broadside, dispersion means that the 2 shells or 3 that are on the edge of the eclipse will hit the bow and the rear and the front of the long wide ship. There is no citadel though, so if you put the full dispersion build, you have a chance to hit those citadels with all the shells. That's what dispersion is on a broadside ship that is around 15 and less kilometers. If you want to take chances and hit more citadels, do it with dispersion on a broadside battleship or cruiser. Also, another condition that is required for hitting citadels, the only condition is this, grouping. Because the grouping is that the horizontal bullets, shell, will keep in a line of your aim. If you don't have this shell grouping, one will go a little bit up, one will go a little bit down, so there's no point for you to aim for a citadel. For example, Veneto is having very bad shell grouping. What it means is that you will hit citadels by not aiming at a citadel. And if you spec into the accuracy build on a Veneto and you aim for a citadel, you are not going to hit citadel the way you will hit if you aim a little bit above. And this is also meant for a distance, because when you aim and you want to be precise and you are at a distance, you want those shells to land, and this is what this shell grouping is guaranteed, that out of these 9 shells, 2 will hit the citadels, because they are being grouped into this horizontal where you want them, they will land. That's the sigma. If you reduce the sigma from 2.0 downwards, 1.9, 1.8, 1.7, where you aim, it will be dispersed vertically. That's what the shell grouping is. Okay, too much intellectual. New Jersey. Do you really need more damage on Citadel? Once you hit Citadel, isn't it enough? Are you really getting different kind of experience when you hit same Citadel and have 15% more on the Citadel? No. So that's it. That's the New Jersey. It takes away the dispersion, which means if you want to shoot bow cruiser from a close range, the shells will disperse. And you want to really make sure that those shells will hit the citadels there, so you want to increase dispersion on bow tanking. Here, it's not here. You will not do that. And here, 5% more damage. How much is 5% out of 10,000 of big hit? It's such... will you notice the difference? No. So New Jersey is... What does it offer? What experience does it offer? That when you have a broadside ship and you shoot at it and with your US ship, battleship, which is designed for precision, and you hit citadel, you might be able, when you hit 2 or 3 citadels, death strike the ship with this. Or you might be able to see the bar very much with Georgia hugely go down, like more than half. And that's the effect of seeing the bar making big hits, making it disappear a lot. That's New Jersey. That's the only experience that it adds, if you want that experience. Bismarck, as you can see, brawler, so no accuracy, no long range shooting in a German battleship, and this means that you will feel like you are more tankier, which is good. This is dispersion 7.45. You want those secondaries to hit the ship. If you have dispersion, they will go anywhere else but on a ship. And usually ships are bow tanking you when you charge them in German battleships, or they are running away. Destroyers, you need dispersion on secondary batteries to hit dispersion. So this is a good German battleship for secondary. The point is, it has also charges, which is, you need heals. It also has a heal here, or reduction. Bismarck is good. Colorado is the only ship that adds shell grouping. You can see 3.5. So if you have American battleship, they already have this aiming perk tier 7 and higher that adds you 10% more. Then you have another shell. You have shell grouping here, dispersion standard. Then you add 3.5, which is like 0.5, half sigma, and then you put the Iakio, inspiration, and Cunningham. You have the most accurate battleships in a game. Means that you're going to hit citadels on a long distance, short distance. If you have the Wisconsin, you have the most accurate battleship in a game with Colorado, because what it adds is this shell grouping, which improves the sigma even higher, 0.5. This, yeah, sometimes you will notice it. It adds the experience. It's nice to have 25% more reload, because you have like 30 and then you have 1/4 less. It's pretty nice, right? So yeah, sometimes you will notice that it happens every third shot. So this is a good for it. It's enhancing the experience of American sniper. Yet it doesn't have heals. You will not have these 2 extra heals, which doesn't matter, because if you have a bad game, the heals will not make it better for you. But if you have a balanced game or good game, you can push aggressively, heal, retreat. It gives you more time, more survivability, in a sense that you can take on more damage and stay longer in the game to score more points. Colorado, good for that. That's the experience. Nelson, I want to talk about things I want to talk about. As you can see, it's the accuracy one with heals. And then you will not have travel speed on Conqueror, Nelson. They're kind of low. If you don't mind having slow travel speed, you need to long travel speed on a guns means that you cannot change from left flank to the right flank. You need to turn the whole ship, or you will be staying on a certain position, aiming the guns on one side for most of the game, because this will just discourage you, demotivate you to do any changes. This thing says that it's reducing the penetration of the shells and gives you 16% more damage. So if you like damage, it's great. Considering the this armor penetration value, which means that on a long distance